was a kick in the guts really when we heard AusNet wanted to come and take over our land with no real warning and no consultation whatsoever. And there was no information and any questions that you asked and there was no answers for them. It was pretty heartbreaking really to think of all the generations before, even me personally, that have worked so hard to keep farms going and businesses running, that a foreign-owned company can just come in and feel that they can take over the land and completely destroy the farming. I'm the 5th generation farmer from here. I think where we're located from Mount Prospect through to Dean, we're on good rich volcanic soil and it's good just to be able to get out and work the ground and be out in nature and be able to provide food for people. AusNet's a foreign-owned company that want to come through and destroy the region to transfer green energy from the wind turbines down to Melbourne. If they're wanting to put all this steel and concrete and everything else and compact the soil through farmland and across bushes and everything else, there's just nothing green about it. AusNet put their proposal out end of 2019, start of 2020. So it's been going on for quite a few years, our fight. Yeah. And I think just the way that they've gone right from the start, being so, I guess you could call it shifty and sly about it and not really doing it the way that they were meant to, has also put a bad taste in everyone's mouth. AusNet have been trying to bribe people with a few, gift vouchers and money and compensation, but no amount of compensation will make up for the loss that we would have. There'd be a lot of issues, like with devaluation and not being able to produce what we do now. It'd have a huge impact on how we farm. Especially now with technology, it's crazy. Everything's operated by, GPS, and there's easements and there's certain restrictions, with water usage, and firefighters aren't actually able to go under them to fight these fires. So they pretty much just have to let it burn and then it'd be out of control within no time. And the amount of wildlife that hit them, it's quite devastating really.
Underground.
I think another sort of main thing too is like you see at all these protests and rallies and just groups coming together, all the younger kids and generations coming up that want to work on the farm and keep doing what their fathers before them have done. It's disappointing really to think that the generations to come might not have that ability to work the ground. Mental health is probably a very big topic as well when it comes to AusNet and the way they're going about this project. There's been quite a few farmers that have been, approached in the wrong way and the wrong timing with, people passing, and AusNet have known about it, so they've gone on their doorstep and said, oh, we're here, we can give you this much if you want to give us your land. And, we've had people take medical turns when AusNet have showed up just from the amount of stress, and I know quite a few farmers as well that just struggle to sleep at night not knowing what AusNet are going to come up with next. And it was sort of a bit upsetting to see how many of the male farmers were so impacted by the project, which we're all impacted, but men don't necessarily typically speak about their feelings, and you could see how heartbreaking it was for them. So I sort of had enough of it and I said to Mum that it wasn't right. So I plowed Piss Off AusNet into the side of our hill. It must have been going on 4 years ago now. I was 17 at the time, and people really started to ask questions because no one really knew what was going on either with it. And it's worked well, it has. There's been a lot of traction, and I think it was the Thursday, the Friday morning, I couldn't even get out of the door by 7:15. I was having calls from 7 and 9 News and Win News and Today's Show and everyone just trying to come out and film and get some footage of it. 17-year-old taking on a foreign-owned company.